Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Ryan. Today's YouTube video has got me playing a ship that I just don't play often enough. If you haven't guessed already, I'm in the Mighty Mo, the beautiful USS Missouri. That Tier 9 premium ship that they said you couldn't buy because you needed free XP, but oh wait, no, you can buy free XP. Well, if you do want to buy it, it's incredibly expensive. Or the cheaper route to simply buy the requisite Papa flags and XP flags. Gonna take you a lot of time and effort. So not a lot of people actually do have this ship. And the people that do have this ship don't play it that often. I can honestly say I usually only ever see a Missouri once every couple of battles when I'm in a Tier 9 matchup. As the battle gets underway, it's Warrior's Path and Domination Match Mode, and I have told my team that I am heading to B, and we have, for the most part, all decided that we're going to B and C. The enemy team, however, looks like that they have also all decided that they are going to B and C, with the exception of a couple of lone ships that will be headed off to the A cap point, and we're going to see those guys soon enough. The early shots here mostly are just ranging shots. Like I said, I don't take this ship out very often, so unlike my Scharnhorst, my New Mexico, or even my Fletcher, it's difficult for me to get those first few shots actually on target, as I'm not 100% familiar with the gun handling characteristics of the vessel. Which, that's a question that comes up every now and again in the comment section. Why don't I stay zoomed in to pay attention to where my shots are landing? And the answer is I'm generally fairly familiar with the ships that I play. Enemy carriers popped up. Bad Panda. Pay attention to his location. He's not really going to move from that general area around that island there for the whole battle. But he is going to do an incredible amount of damage from there. So, just keep your eye open on the minimap and the planes in the battle. Enemy team has managed to secure the A cap point. My team is still struggling to get the C cap point. We're about to take the B cap point, but then the enemy manages to find the ship with all of the points and reset him. I'm turning my guns to deal with this hipper that's coming out of the A cap point, and he is detected, and this is where he makes a fatal mistake. He's turning broadside onto me. I don't know what the decision making behind that decision is, but I'm going to punish him for it. And he can have a nice fat citadel and some over penetrations. Unfortunately, due to the reload of the ship, he is able to get back behind an island, so I'm not able to continue punishing him for giving broadside. Looking at the situation, the enemy team is now down 2 ships, one of which was a cruiser and one a destroyer. So the enemy team is down to just 1 destroyer, and that destroyer will be popping up shortly. Enemy CV is sending in his torpedo bombers towards our Hindenburg, and he is going to do a pretty good job of hitting that Hindenburg with torpedoes. As they are Tier 10 planes, they're gonna tend to survive a lot better than lower tier planes. So that Hindenburg, definitely in a world of hurt, and he's got a battleship who is in position to shoot at him. So this could be a bit of a problem. But as well, there's the enemy destroyer who has popped up, who was also over at the A cap point, and that could be a bit of a problem. So I'm getting my guns turned back that direction, and as they do, my rear turrets in the line, I can go ahead and shoot at that ship. Hindenburg gets taken out as expected, and I'm able to dodge most of the torpedoes. Now, this destroyer, I do have him flagged for secondaries, and the Missouri, like the Iowa, has 7.2 or even greater kilometer secondaries. And I do have manual secondaries on this ship with the captain, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to wreck him with those. And I'm able to secure my first kill of this game with a close quarters expert from a Missouri. A lot of people don't think that the secondary batteries on the American battleships are that good. They certainly don't put out the same kind of damage hits that you get on the German secondaries. But they have a high volume of fire, and you have a lot of those guns. It's basically like having an Atlanta strapped to each side of your ship. Fire off shots at that Des Moines up there and manage to double citadel him for my second kill, securing a devastating strike. Now, I'm pushing up, trying to use this island for cover, because there is a Montana back there, and I'd rather he not shoot at me. Unfortunately, I'm not particularly paying attention to the aircraft that are coming in here, and this is going to be a problem as I slow down. I don't want to come out too far from this island, because I know there are battleships back over there. And that decision to slow down, that's going to cost me, as those torpedo bombers start pushing in. I managed to secure a citadel on an Iowa that was giving broadside. And unfortunately for me, I'm going to eat all 4 of these torpedoes. Fortunately, they go into most of my torpedo protection, so that's not too bad. It could have been worse, but I am flooding and my engine has been knocked out. Managed to put a citadel into the side of that battleship and am able to do more damage. No devastating strike on that one, which is a little disappointing. I do have him flagged for secondaries, which is fine because that is going to light a fire, so he's going to burn on those for a little bit, but now I've got another ship to deal with. This cruiser up here, tier 10 cruiser. Fire off shots, come on, can I get the kill on him? I do manage to kill him, but of course I'm broadside on to that cruiser and his guns. He does finish me off with a nice fat citadel. Doesn't matter though, took him out of the game, and the fire that I set with those secondaries, well, that's going to continue to burn. At this point, my team is in a commanding position. The enemy team is down to 4 ships, while my team has only lost 2. Now, the battle's been going on for a little under 10 minutes here, and in just 10 minutes, I managed to do 160,000+ damage. And my team somehow has managed to effectively mop up the resistance from the enemy. Enemy Yamagi here nearly gets the ram kill on our Yamato, but the Yamato, he's kind of in a position where Yamato doesn't care. Yamato could easily shoot at this guy. He is giving broadside to him, but Yamato's busy dealing with that Montana. That Montana, though, he's got himself a bit of a problem as well, as he's got a destroyer closing in and a cruiser. Or that battleship. That battleship, though, he does get taken out by Bad Panda and his aircraft. Like I said, Bad Panda doing a particularly good job getting those planes in close and getting those drops spot on. Unfortunately, in this particular case, I really do feel bad for Bad Panda, because the rest of his team has, for the most part, let him down. We take out the enemy Montana, and that just leaves the Amagi dealing with the Yamato. And the Yamato, well, he's finally decided that, yeah, maybe he shouldn't shoot at the Midway and just deal with this Amagi first. So he's going to get his ship turned here. His secondaries are blazing away. He's probably got some, like, 200 secondary hits. Does manage to do what the Yamato does best, and takes out the Amagi from the bow. And that just leaves Bad Panda left in his Midway. Our carrier player did a pretty reasonable job in the battle. And of course, at the very beginning of the battle, I made a comment, something along the lines, regardless of the outcome of the battle, I blame the carrier for not carrying hard enough. And Bad Panda, if you are watching this video or you do see it, you did a very good job, sir. Just wasn't good enough. And of course, he is all the way down and he gets taken out. A very short battle, just over 12 minutes. But look at that. That's why people want the Missouri. 1 million credits earned. 12,000 XP and almost 2,500 free XP. This thing just prints money and experience. And all I did was get 2 devastating strikes, a Confederate, and a close quarters. 167,000 damage done over a very short battle. Surprisingly enough, though, top of the team for XP earned came in just above the Yamato. Beat him by just a few XP points, but having 2 of us up there, well above 2,000 base XP in that battle. Overall, a very good battle, and just proving that the Missouri, when handled well, is definitely a ship that's worth saving for. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And leave a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button too. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, you can do so by following me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me and my channel, you can do so by becoming my supporter on Patreon, and it'll grant you access to some of my World of Warships replays early. If you've got a replay like this one that you'd like to see on my channel, you can send it to my email. And if you'd like to watch me play World of Warships live, among other games, you can do so by liking and following my Twitch channel. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.